Accountability. That's who a leader is. When people are not ready, to be accountable, they should never be called leaders. The problem with Nigeria today is we have a lot of people that will never be accountable in their own internal lives, and they want to be called leaders. So you start to have a problem. There is no how, there is going to be a disconnect. People that do not know anything about accountability, those are the people that are leading us. And that's why society is the way it is today. So number one important ingredient, a leader must be accountable. A leader must stop selfish interests. Very important. A leader must stop selfish interests. The question is, a society where the leaders are more concerned about their own interests over the interests of the citizen, that society will never grow. A society where the leader upholds the interests of themselves over the citizen, that society can never grow. A society where the leader thinks of their own welfare over that of the people, that society cannot grow. A society where the leader sees the people suffering and him and his people are showing an optics of enjoyment, then the society cannot grow. A leader must be the number one person that is constantly ready to sacrifice for the next generation. A leader must be the number one person that is constantly ready to sacrifice. If you have a country where the leader is accountable, where people are hungry, the leader too must be hungry. When people are hungry, the leader must also be hungry. You can't have a country where the leader is feeding fat and the people are hungry. Because the leader, the day he became the leader, he has decided in his mind that the welfare of the people will be his number one priority. The welfare of the people will be his life work. So there is no how a people can be suffering and the leaders will be happy. There is no how. And it's not just about the leader saying that, oh, I care about you. You must be able to feel it and see it. If you are not seeing it and feeling it, then the word of the leader does not match the reality of what people are facing. There must be a way where what the leader is saying is matching the reality. The leader must constantly match his words with reality, not empty promises. Another important trait of a leader is that a leader must not promise what he cannot do. If you know you can't do it, don't deceive people. Don't deceive people because you want something from them and you deceive them. Don't deceive people. Don't say things you can't do. If you know you cannot make their life better, don't tell them you can make their life better. As a leader, you must be very careful because your word is a bond. And if it's not well channeled, it can cause chaos. If you cannot make their life better, don't deceive them. The greatest disaster of a leader is saying things and not doing them. When a promise starts to linger for too long, it becomes lies. So as a leader, When you said the same thing you said last year, and as at this year you are still saying the same thing, you are still making it as a promise, and you are not doing it, people cannot trust you. And when they don't trust you, your word can never be meaningful in their eyes. And when your word is not meaningful in their eyes, they will never take you seriously. If you want people to take you seriously as a leader, do well for the people. How do you do well? Do not promise them the things you cannot do. Do not promise them the things you cannot achieve. Do not lie to them. Because the moment you start to lie to them, you will never, ever get their support on anything. Once the people can know and can tag you as someone that lies to them, they will never take you seriously again. And once they start not to take you seriously, you lose your credibility. A leader must have vision. A leader must have vision. The truth is, if a leader does not have vision, a leader is dead. What is vision? Vision is where a leader is going, where he's taking people to. The sum total of our life is vision. When we started VOP, what vision did we have for VOP? To be able to give information and empowerment to people through the media, understanding the role the media plays in empowering minds. If I don't carry out that vision, I failed. When I started Impact with Rufai Oseni, what's the vision? To be able to empower the minds of people with information that will liberate and actually upgrade. That's why we do all the things we do here. We empower. We give to the needy. We help people. If you, as a leader, do not have vision, then the question is, what success do you want to achieve? There's nothing. As a leader, if you do not have vision, what goal do you want to achieve? Nothing. Because you just keep going around in circles. And as a leader, when you don't have vision, that's when you keep begging people to give you time. If you have vision as a leader, you will not beg for people to give you time. Because for every minute of time, you know what you want to achieve. And when you don't achieve, you can tell people, judge me by the things I've not been able to achieve. So, if you do not have vision, you waste people's time. If you do not have vision, you take decisions that will affect the people. If you do not have vision, you take decisions that will cause a lot of commotion and the people will start to ask you all sorts of questions. The truth has to be said. It is vision that pushes your life forward. When you do not have vision, you start to say everybody does not like you. No. It's not that people do not like you, but it's the fact that people cannot see vision with you. When you don't have vision, you say the world is not fair to you. No, as a leader, nobody has your time, but it's because you have not been able to sum up the courage to tell us what you want to do, and you don't achieve it per time. So the truth has to be said. Nobody is against you. Nobody is against you. You are against yourself. It's when you do not have vision, you will pick the wrong team to come and serve with you. Don't you know, as a leader, your team reflects you? If you put people that are not accountable, that do not have the quality, and you are complaining that people are against you, you are the one. Because with the kind of team you have picked, you have shown the people that you are not ready to serve as a leader. So, truth has to be said. When you lack vision, stop blaming people for your lack of vision. It is your own problem as a leader. You've told them constantly that you will do XYZ, but they can't see vision in what you have said. And when you don't have vision, you will never have direction. It's when you don't have direction, you blame people for your problem. When a leader starts to blame people every time for his problem, he lacks accountability. He cannot take responsibility. A leader must be ready to take responsibility. He must be ready to take the joy and the pain. A leader that is not ready to take both the joy and the pain is not ready to be a leader, because he's not ready for accountability. And when he's not ready for accountability, what is next is chaos. He starts to blame everybody for his problem. Empowering minds. So the problem is, we need to understand. If I don't carry out that vision, I failed. We need to understand what leadership is all about. When I started Impact with Rufai Oseni, what's the vision? To be able to, because if you do not understand what leadership is all about, then everybody is your problem. Like they say in Warri, you will be catching winch. If everybody around you is incompetent, there's no how you can do anything competently. Information that will liberate. And actually, if everybody is around you is incompetent, there's no how you can have competence. That's why we do all the things we do here. You will just keep on catching winch. So the truth has to be said. Your life as a leader must be constantly in check of yourself. Your life must constantly check your action. As a leader, you must also have integrity. People must be able to know who you are. Know your origins. Know what you stand for. Know your background. You must be able to answer questions. People must be able to know who you went to school with and how you evolved. The reason why people want to know that is they want to know what forms your thinking. Because the sentiments of your childhood are also part of the things that form your thinking. So who are you? You must be able to answer these questions. Because when you don't answer these questions, you don't grow. So those are the questions you must answer constantly. And the truth is, as a leader, if you are not ready to answer those questions, you are not ready to lead. Leadership is not for everybody. You see, I know the political system in the world makes leadership about influence and money, but it's also a very warped system because it doesn't throw up the very best of us. The people with the best leadership capability does not always emerge. It's about only people that have the interest and they have the capacity to be able to build entourage. But you see, the truth is, life is deeper than that. Life is way deeper than that. So these are the things. You must know that you will give account of all your actions as a leader. It's not a walk in the park. We give to the needy. It's not a walk in the park, your work as a leader. You must know that you will give an account. Truth has to be said. There is no leader that's not going to give account of everything they do in office. So when you are called upon to give account, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? How are you going to be able to exhibit that level of leadership? What's the capacity to be able to give account? Those are the questions you need to answer. My phone lines are open this morning. We're talking leadership. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Leadership. I've been battling to get on Facebook this morning. I don't know what's happening. The signal is very, very bad. I don't know what's happening. Internet, very, very bad. Please call us up on the phone lines. Very bad. Very bad. 0818-099-1991. That's the essence of leadership in a nutshell. Capacity to be able to empathize with the poor and needy. Not just giving them words and not just saying, oh, I've done this. Actually thinking of a long-term plan to be able to change the lives of people. That's what leadership is all about. Hello, how are you? Long-term plans to be able to revolutionize the lives of people. Today in America, they have Medicaid. It was a leader that brought about it. Universal health care. A leader. You see what a leader does by programs and policies to affect the lives of people. So truth has to be said.